Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona. Welcome back if you're joining me again. I have a beautiful 35-minute Vinyasa slow flow for you this week from the Refresh and Restore series of classes, offering your whole body a big stretch without too much over effort. It's a great post-workout routine or early morning or even pre-sleep. Anytime you'd like to offer your body and your mind more freedom and more ease. If you like practicing with props, you may wish to have a blanket along for comfort. And if you are enjoying the classes on a regular basis and you'd like to support me, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. Enjoy the view, enjoy your practice. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. And begin your practice laying down on your back, finding a shape that is both steady and easeful for you. Landing softly in an open posture, your arms relaxed, your spine in one straight line. Bring about a sense of stillness to your expression, loosening your jaw, and inviting your awareness to turn inward, softening your gaze and sealing out the light of your room. Placing your focus to the clearing between your eyebrows, your mind's eye. And just for now, effortlessly allow your awareness to take in all that you can feel and sense. Notice the parts of you that feel at ease, and begin to sense these spaces of ease spread with every breath out, letting go of any gripping, releasing any contraction, melting into a space of comfort and presence. Each breath supporting you. Approaching your practice today with the intention of letting go and taking care of yourself, cultivating presence, ease, and a sense of renewal. If you'd like a mantra to support your practice today and it resonates, say silently to yourself as you breathe in, I am here. And as you breathe out, I am at ease. Aligning your mind with your intention, repeating it now in unison with your breath, lengthening your inhales, deepening your exhales. Take 3 more cycles of breath. And sliding your eyes open, gather your knees in toward your chest and draw some circles through your low back spine, both directions. And softly, feet to the floor, roll out to your right side and ease your way upright. And we'll meet kneeling at the back of our mats. Sitting elegantly upright with your chest open and light, settle your fingertips down by your sides. Next inhale, circle your arms overhead, join your palms. Exhale, lower your hands to your heart. Breathe your prayer hands overhead. Then swim your hands behind your back. Join the palms. Interlace your fingers. On your inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart. Take your gaze up. Breathing a full breath in. Exhale, gaze forward. Keep your hands interlaced and your knuckles down. We'll take a twist to the left. Turning to your left, option to keep your hands behind you or take your fists toward your outer right hip. Your right elbow can bend, drawing your left hand toward your right hip crease, gently turning your gaze over your left shoulder. On your inhale, come back through center, fists down, chest up, eyes up. Exhale, forward gaze and turn to your right now. And if it feels good, wrap your fists to your outer left hip, looking out over your right shoulder. Breathe your way back to center. Release your hands, float your arms up just to shoulder height, bend the elbows. Then take your fingertips to the top of your shoulders. Circle your elbows forward, up and back. Twice more. And circle back, opposite direction. Reach your arms forward now, palms up, close the thumbs in, fingers in, turn the fists down, and circle your wrists. Circle back, opposite direction. Next inhale, raise your arms overhead, and then side bend to your right. Right fingertips or hand to the floor, left arm over to your left. And then gently sit your left buttocks over to the left toward the floor, deepening into your lateral stretch. And on your inhale, circle your left hand down to the floor, to your left, extend your right leg out straight. To your right, lift your buttocks into modified side plank. Reach your right arm overhead. Take one more calm breath in, lightly press your hips forward. And then exhale, return to kneel, slip your right knee back in, fingertips down by your sides. Again, inhale, raise your arms overhead. Then side bend to your left, reach your right arm over to your left. Slow the pace of your inhales. Savor your exhales. Gently sit your right buttocks over to the right, to the floor, exploring more side body sensation. And on your inhale, circle your right hand down to the floor, to your right, extend the left leg out straight, lifting into your modified side plank, balancing on your right knee, right hand, left arm overhead. One more breath in, hips press forward, and then hands to the floor. Come to all fours, tabletop position. Taking the time to spread your fingers, anchor your hands. Cycle through a few rounds of cat and cow. Arching and rounding your spine. And if it resonates, syncing your movement, your breath, and your mantra. I am here. I am at ease. Feeling how your awareness starts to blend into one sensed experience. Meet me back in a neutral spine. Easing into the hips now, hands stationed under your shoulders. Tuck just your right toes under. Keep your right knee on the floor. Step your right toes out to the right, then lift and turn your right knee to the right to face to 3 o'clock. Press into your hands, lean your buttocks back just for a beat, and then reverse. Rotate your right knee into the floor, step your right toes back in. A few more times, right foot steps out, followed by your right knee, buttocks lean back, then right knee in, and step your toes in. Continue on, moving at a pace that offers you space to feel present and mindful with your movement. Next time your right knee turns out, just pause there. Walk your hands forward and over to your right, arms extending, your neck relaxed, right knee tracking to your right. Next inhale, return to all fours. Second side, tuck just your left toes under. Keep your left knee on the floor. Step the left toes out to the left. Lift and send the left knee toward 9 o'clock. Ease your buttocks back. Pivot your left knee in and step in. Keep going, breath to movement. Next time your left knee points out to the side, hold there. Walk your hands forward and out to the top left corner of your space. Bowing in, easing into your hips. And then return to all fours, transitioning into Anahatanasana. Keep your hips balanced over your knees. Lightly pike your sit bones up, walk your hands forward, a little wider than your shoulders. Then melt your chest and forehead toward the floor. And then using the anchor of your hands, the reach of your arms to draw length into both sides of your waist. Keeping a light lift and buoyancy through your armpits. Following the easy rise, gentle fall of your breath. Then take your gaze forward, make your own comfortable way into Sphinx pose, transitioning to your belly, resting onto the forearms. Then find a mild and evenly spaced arc through your spine from your tailbone to the back of your neck. Then explore taking your shoulders back a little and down, gently swallowing your belly in and up to smooth and support your low back. One more breath in and release. Press back to a child's pose, buttocks to your heels. Breathing smoothly and deliberately into your back body. Letting your exhales land in a soft belly. Extend and reach through your arms now. Come to your fingertips. Draw your buttocks back as you reach forward. Then plant your hands, glide up all fours, and press back to your first downward facing dog. As you arrive, bend your left knee deeply. Work towards straightening your right leg, lengthening into your calf and your heel. Keeping that sense of ease of being in your body without intensity. And now turn your right heel in, point your right toes out to the side and swivel your hips to the right. So you turn your belly, chest, ribs to the right. Reach through your right arm even more. And then come back to center and switch. Deep bend in your right knee as you straighten into your left leg. Allowing your muscles to acclimatize. And inviting your breath to meet any hard or stuck places with a little softness. Then turn your left heel in, toes down, revolve to your left, reaching all the way down through your left arm. And return to down dog, light bend in your knees, look forward, and travel lightly to the top of your mat. As you arrive, gap your feet, hips width apart, hold opposite elbows and fold gently over bent knees. Relaxing all the way down to the crown of your head. Release your hands, dangle your arms, chin to chest, slowly rise. Come to stand, reach your arms overhead. Then rest your hands to your heart center. Offer yourself a moment to pause, to settle. We'll move through 2 opening folds, some whole body movement. On your inhale now, link your thumbs, space all your fingers, reach up, take a big arch up and back. And then an open twist, send your right arm forward and your left arm back. Now take your left hand to the small of your back, reach up and back with your right arm, finding a mild arch and lift to your spine, hips slightly press forward. Then sweep your right hand behind your back, interweave your fingers, breathing in and breathing out, bend your knees and fold forward over your legs, easing your fists away from your back. On your inhale, release, rest your hands to your shins, a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, melt over your legs. Breathing in, rise, come to stand, sweep your arms overhead and lower your hands to your heart center. Once more, and we'll add on, link your thumbs, space your fingers, arch up and back. On your exhale, open twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Take your right hand to the small of your back, left arm reaches up and then back. Then hands behind your back, interweave your fingers. Breathe your chest open. Exhale, bend your knees and fold over your legs. Stay for a full cycle of breath. On your inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. And this time, fingertips to the floor, step your right foot back for low lunge on the fingertips. Lower your right knee to the floor, keep your right toes stuck. Lingering here for a few calm breaths. Finding what feels good in your shape. Nurturing a steady breath. On your exhale now, pyramid pose, raise your right knee, lift your hips really high, work towards straightening your legs. Breathe your chest forward. Exhale and fold in your version of pyramid. A little micro bend in the left knee if that feels best. Seeking sensation through the back seam of your left hamstrings, your calf. Lengthening the front of your spine over your left leg. Re-bend your left knee, runner's lunge on the fingertips, take a breath. And then turn to your right, face the long edge of your mat for Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide stance, turn your heels out, lift up halfway, lengthen your spine, and then fold softly between your legs. Steady breath and a soft gaze. Breathing in and breathing out with mantra, I am here, I am at ease. On your inhale, lift up onto the fingertips and shorten your stance a step. Hands to the hips now. Elbows squeeze back on your inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Pivot your heels in, toes out, raise your arms, touch your palms. And then exhale, temple pose, bend your knees. Steady your feet. And flowing now, inhale, prayer hands straight up, overhead, straighten your legs. Then sweep your arms wide, rebend your knees and join the palms. Inhale now, arms go wide and then overhead, straighten your legs. Exhale, bend your knees, guide your hands to prayer. Inhale, prayer, overhead, straighten your legs and pause. Transitioning into triangle pose to your left. Tee out your arms. Turn your left toes to the front of your mat. Shift your pelvis to your right as you reach forward and down. Right hand toward the sky. Breathing into your whole shape. Offering yourself space and length through your limbs. Space to practice being present in your body, attentive to your breath. One more smooth breath in. And then lizard pose. Bend into your left knee, softly land both hands inside your left foot. Tap your right knee to the floor. So option to stir and circle through your left hip if that feels helpful. Or simply pause. Perhaps close your eyes and be still. Follow your breath. Reframe your left foot, raise your right knee. Pivot and turn to your right to face the back of your mat. We'll cycle through the other side, finding your right side. Low lunge here on the fingertips, left knee to the floor. Left toes stay tucked, just breathing smooth. On your exhale now, pyramid pose. Raise your left knee, work towards straightening your legs. Breathe your chest forward on your inhale. Exhale, fold over your leg. Re-bend your right knee, find runner's lunge, take a breath. Then turn to your left for wide-legged fold. Inhale on the fingertips. Exhale and fold between your legs. On your inhale, lengthen halfway forward, your chest open. Walk your feet in a step. Exhale, hands to your hips. Leading with your chest, inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Angle your heels in, toes out, raise your arms. Touch your palms, exhale, temple pose, bend your knees. Steady through the feet, breath to movement now. Inhale, prayer hands overhead, straighten your legs. Exhale, sweep your arms wide, rebend your knees, join your palms at your chest. Inhale, arms wide and overhead, straighten your legs. Exhale, bend your knees, lower your hands to prayer. Inhale, prayer overhead, straighten your legs and hold. Exhale, right side, triangle pose, arms go wide. Aim your toes to 12 o'clock, reaching forward and down. Left hand to the sky, you're facing the back of the mat. Steady awareness to your breathe. One more smooth breath in. Exhale, lizard pose. Bend into your right knee. Softly land both hands inside your right foot, left knee to the floor. And just savouring this deep hip stretch in your own way, a little movement or stillness. And take the next few breaths to step your way back into downward facing dog. Move and sway a little, pedal and stretch. Sense and notice how your body's feeling. Make contact with your breath. Setting up for single pigeon on your right now with a little variation. On your inhale, raise your right leg up and back. On your exhale, right knee to the back of your right hand. So option to modify here and place a bend in your left knee as well, creating the letter Z with your legs. Then take your hands wide off the side edges of your mat, a little bend in the elbows, palms down. Hinge from your hips and come halfway forward. Very slowly now, and in your own range, lower your right shoulder, right ear toward the mat. And then lifting on your inhale through center, exhale left side. Once more now, side to side. And then come to rest in the middle. You can walk your hands forward or forearms to the floor, folding into your sleeping pigeon. Taking 5 slow breaths. I am here. I am at ease. Merging your breath with your mantra, inviting the words to land on purpose. Easing your way back, walking your hands in, and step quietly back to downward facing dog. On your inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, left knee to the back of your left hand, setting up in your own version here. Being kind to your knees, offer yourself support if you need it. Then take your arms wide, palms down, hinge forward halfway toward the floor, and on an exhale, left shoulder forward. Inhale through center, then right shoulder lowers, side to side. And then as you're ready, rest forward into pigeon, arms forward, 5 slow breaths as you arrive. Every exhale, let your breath loosen any solidity, melting your shoulders. Relaxing your expression, your belly. On your inhale, lifting up, walk your hands in. And now sit down on your left buttock, sweep your right leg forward. Bend your right knee, place your right foot to the floor in front of your left ankle. And then interlace your hands under the sole of your right foot. Gently lean back onto the soft part of your buttocks, raise and straighten your right leg any amount. So a soft bend in your knee if you feel like your hamstrings are blocking you. Prioritize a lift through your low back, space between your belly and your sternum. Then slip your shoulder blades down your back. One more breath in. And exhale, step your right foot to the floor where it came. Take an open twist to your left, set your left fingertips behind to the floor, right arm straight on the inside of your right leg. Revolving to your left, 3 steady breaths. Finding a fullness to your breath around your ribs, your upper back. Inhale, gazing forward and release. Lean back into your hands, switch your legs, right heel in toward your pelvis, left foot to the floor in front of your right ankle. Basket your hands under the sole of your left foot. Just go slow, gently rock back off your sitting bones. Lift and extend your left heel toward the ceiling. Just notice your posture, and if you can open it, softening your shoulder blades down your back. On your exhale, left foot to the floor. Open twist to your right, right fingertips behind. Left arm straight on the inside of your left leg. 3 breaths. And release. Final forward fold. Little variation before Shavasana, coming into Paschimottanasana, unraveling your legs forward. Then bending your knees, curl your toes back toward you, reach for your feet with your hands. See that your torso is in touch with your thighs, and your knees can be quite bent here. And then on an inhale, draw your hands back against your feet to lengthen and lift your spine. And then exhale, softly fold toward your legs and step your heels away about an inch. Keep going like that. As you linger, keep feeling for length in the front, back of your spine, sides of the waist. And then notice if you have space to ease your heels a little further forward, keeping all those actions. And then let yourself completely relax and go floppy. Your head can softly rest forward, your arms by your legs. And as you're ready, slowly making your way into rest pose, Shavasana. Gather any additional layers or props. Anything you'd like to have along to allow yourself to feel at ease and at peace. Laying down on your back, palms up, legs wide. Take a final moment to smooth, station your body evenly. And then very simply cultivate a feeling of letting go, not shaping your breath now in any way. Letting it find its own relaxed rhythm. Allow your body to find rest for the next minute. I'll be back to guide you back. And softly, slowly guide your attention back, easing your body more awake with a deeper breath. Bringing some movement to your body. As you're ready now, bending your knees, feet to the floor, rolling out to your right side. A moment to pause, take a breath or two to feel at the end of your practice. Then gently press your way back up to sit. Thank you so much for joining me today for this refresh and restore class. I hope you manage to take this feeling with you as you go on your way. Namaste.